Hello guys, welcome to another race as we head to Japan for round 3 of the RTB GRL Season 7 season. This is Division 2 of course, as your commentator is Damien. And yeah, I mean, coming off the back of Tuesday night, that was one of the best races we've had so far in terms of like combined with RTB and GRL in the past anyways. That Tuesday night race was something special. Check it out on my YouTube channel. At GRL Damien. Well, underscore Damien, I believe. But yeah. It's gonna be a tough. It's probably one of the races of the season. You know, we had battles pretty much everywhere. I mean, the only time there wasn't really much of a battle was at the front, but yeah. So yeah, check it out on on capitals of GRL underscore Damien with a capital D. To check out that race from Tuesday night. But yeah, it was, like I say, it was one of the, from my perspective anyways, it was one of the more quieter races. But I did have Danny pushing me the whole way in the second half of the race. But it's not easy to lead a race. It really isn't, because you get pressured a lot. Not easy at all. Oh, Manzi's gone. What's happening? Oh. Everyone's leaving. I wonder what's happened. What did you do, Manzi? Oh my god. Everyone retire, new lobby, of course. Bloody hell, Manzi. What a great start. Great start from you. But yeah, from the Tuesday night was one of the entertaining races anyways. I think, yeah, like I said, was one of the races of the season. Well, probably the race of the season anyways. So we wait for Manzi to set up a new lobby. I don't know what happened there. He might have just retired by accident. I don't know. But yeah, it was a good race. It really was. When I watched it back, anyways, on Twitch on the Smithy channel, really good race. Literally had battles from like basically from after the safety car restart. It was pretty much from third downwards. It was just the battle for fighting each place on the track. It was really good. Really good, really good. Join off chill. If I can. There we go. So yeah, we'll see what we can follow up on tonight. Hopefully another good race, but there was only 9 drivers anyways, so it might be a bit tough to follow up on that. But it gives me time to like obviously figure out who's where and what. It's a little better for me anyways, but obviously not good for racing wise, because obviously there's only 9 drivers. But hopefully we can change that for next week. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, right? That my my birthday, which is on a Tuesday night, is on race day. Obviously, many drivers have had that opportunity. Max Verstappen being one of them, unfortunately. Trying trying to think who else had their birthdays on a race day, but it's kind of difficult to have a birthday on a race weekend, to be fair. But yeah, I turned 20 on Tuesday night, Tuesday, which is going to be crazy. Probably not going to be doing much apart from that race. But we'll find out. See if I can get another win. Like when I saw the race report, I was devastated. I got that win taken off me in Australia, but you got to come back strong, and that's what I did. You can't just complain about every second of it. You just focus on the next race. That's what you do. But I did win on track, so like I say, I count it as 3 out of 3. To be honest. And obviously me and Danny were fighting it for nothing. Just lost 2 places because of it. But hey ho. Is what it is. But yeah, let's go back to what we're watching at the moment. Let's check the standings for Division 2 of this season. So after 2 races... Oh, Smithy gave me a message. Manzi, fuck up. Just put a lol. But yeah, talking of standings, let's do constructors first to see who's at the top. So we've got Alpine with 88 points at the top, with a 24-point gap to AlphaTauri in second, and a further 4 points back is Aston Martin in third, and then we got Haas another 6 points back in fourth with 54. And then completing the top 5 is Red Bull on 35, and Mercedes on 23, Alfa Romeo on 22, and in 8th place is Ferrari on 17, with Williams and McLaren having got any points, with only 1 race between the 2 constructors. As we head to the driver's standings, whilst we wait for the drivers to set out on their laps, as Pierre joins in late, but he is good because he can get in his own car. Chill is leading the drivers' championship with 64 points. Then in second is Manzi with 59. Lurch in third on 39, and Smithy, with only 1 race done, is on 35 points in fourth. Alistair and Owen in 5th and 6th with 29 and 25. Calvin just behind the 2 on 23. Armpit in 8th on 20 points. And then we got Mini in 9th with 15. Same as Welsh is on 15. And Steve on 15, which is something. DC on 12 in 12th place. Tommy in 13th with 10. And Maverick on 2 points. See, that's how it stands at the moment after 2 races and 1 sprint. I'll tell you what, it's what I expected. Obviously, Smithy missed out on the first race, but he did make up for it with a sprint win and a second place in the race on Australia. And like I said, expected Chill and Manzi at the top as well. I'm a little surprised Lurch is there, but I know he's got glimpses of pace and quality. But I just didn't expect him to deliver. But if he didn't had some of those moments, like in Bahrain where he had his controller died, which we found out, he's literally right in the mix, so he's definitely up there for sure. I think Alistair is a good surprise as well in 5th. Obviously, he didn't have the greatest of races in Australia, but that first podium for him was exceptional from him. It really was. But yeah, And obviously Owen up there as well, who's not here tonight unfortunately, but is in the top 6 of the title race, which is good for him. Like I say, he's got the pace, but just needs to shows that consistency, like I said in the last 2 races. But yeah. Who's that behind him? It's Alistair. As Lurch has died at the hill. Let's go and ball of armpit, see where he crashed it. I won't show because his car has disappeared, but it's definitely crashed up there, up the hill. But yeah, as we focus on tonight's race, we've got 10 drivers, as Pierre is probably going to try and get into his car. I don't know if he still is in the lobby, hopefully he is. But if he is, obviously he will get into his car. But yeah, we've got the 9 drivers tonight, plus Pierre. We'll see what happens tonight. So Calvin is the first one to cross the line on medium tyres. Sets the benchmark with a 1:33.8, with Chill right behind him with a 1:30.6 straight away. Takes it away. But Smithy comes back at him with a 29.6. Almost a full second away from his nearest rival. But obviously it is the first round of laps. Still early days, but that is still showing the pace that Smithy has got in that car. So we head to Armpit. Comes across the line. Goes P2 with a 30.4. And Manzi beats Smithy with a 1:29.5. As Pierre has left the session unless he's having a few issues trying to get into the lobby. But yeah, Manzi sets the benchmark. So go to Steve. Goes third with a 1:30.1. That's a really good lap from Steve there. Really good lap. Very good lap from Steve. I can't remember what times were set. Yeah, if I'm being on, I think from what I remember between, well, in Division 1 that is, I think the slowest time was a 29.0. So I think it's pretty much even. I think these two can definitely say that they're in a fair division. Yeah, there might be a few tenths clear of against like Calvin and some of the other drivers, maybe like Owen, but I know he's got pace. I could definitely say that it's a fair split of divisions, anyways. Because I think if Manzi and Smithy and possibly Chill to go up, I think they'll just be struggling a lot. Like, we know that those 3 drivers can obviously deliver, but when they're put into a high division, they just can't really match the pace of some of the others. So, I mean, they'll be up there, but they won't be all the time, if I'm being honest. From a Div 1's perspective, anyways. I think it wouldn't be fair on those 3 at the moment. So, yeah. As we ride aboard with Alistair as he spins it at the spoon section. I think he just caught the curb a little too much and it just spun his car, unfortunately. But he manages to keep the engine going without binning the car. As he tries to reboot that battery and try and go again if he can, but those softs might be dead already. I think Manzi's going again, We'll ride on board with him. Up the hill we go, onto the back straight. He is improving, 2 tenths up. And he's on the older set of tyres, I believe, as well. Well, still on the same set of tyres. He is. So as he comes around the final corner, goes faster, 1:29.2, sets another good benchmark for the others to chase. It's a really good lap from Manzi there. As he obviously settles down now and brings the car home into the pits most likely. Chill invalidate on his well, bless him. To be fair, I do that sometimes. I can't lie. But it is what it is. So we go on board with Calvin. Or Calvano, as he likes it pronounced on Xbox. As he sets off. Oh, he almost loses the car at the final exit. That can still be a torture for some people, because if you put too much throttle on that exit, you will lose the back end of the car, and as vice versa, it shows in that car. Unfortunate for him, but he still manages. He's still going for the lap, which I respect, but he would have lost a lot of time in the first sector anyways. And he's got traffic ahead of him as well. Is he improving? He is improving still, so he's 4 tenths up. We'll stick on board with him at the moment. See how he gets on as he goes past the Red Bull of armpit down towards the 180 left. Good exit, to be fair to him. And then just a smooth right into the spoon section we go. Goes a little wide, but not too wide to invalidate the lap. As he goes onto the main, well, onto the back straight up the hill towards 130R. He's a second up. He is gonna improve, but like I say, I think he lost a little too much time on the exit to start his lap. But we'll see what he does. There's a 32.3, which is not too bad from his perspective, to be fair. He is getting quicker. Let's go to Chill. He's 1.3 seconds up on his time. Goes to the last chicane. And he sets the benchmark, 1:29.1. Beats Manzi by a few hundredths of a second. Smithy goes to start his lap. Same with Armpit. Calvin is trying to go again, but he's probably going to have to back out. So we'll go on board with... Yeah, we'll go on board with Alistair. See what he can do this time round. Now we'll keep it as none because... just for now. If he improves, we'll keep on board with him. If he's close to his time anyways. Yeah, he is 7 seconds up, so he is going to improve, so this is definitely a good lap for him. But can he challenge the top 5 at all? We'll find out. This comes around the final corner. Alistair comes round. Stays 6th, well, goes up to 6th with a 1:30.5, so he's close to the top 5, but not enough to beat 5th place in Armpit. Let's go on board with Smithy. He's 5 tenths up. And there you go, 29.0. So he is. So the times are getting quicker out there. Oh, Chill has gone round. Don't know what's happened there to Chill. Hopefully he did not take the wrong turn and did a Latifi. Hopefully not. Yeah, I prefer not to speak as Armpit has backed out on his lap, so he's going to go back in. Alistair can't improve his first sector, so we'll go on board with DC. Give him some stream time. His first lap of the quali session. up to 130 he goes. And then into the final chicane. This could be a good lap for DC, you know. It is. It's fifth fastest, 138.3. Good lap from DC, to be fair. Manzi goes on to his final, well, probably his final flying lap. So yeah, we'll go on board with Manzi, see what he can do. On his probably, I think his third lap of the session. Yeah, his third lap. Up the hill he goes. Very nice and smooth. Go on board with him through the double right. 6 temps up on his first sector. I think it was anyways. Down to second gear. Very smooth. And up the hill he goes up to spoon section. Seven temps up. He's on a roll, Manzi. This is going to be a really good lap from him. If he can keep it nice and smooth, and he does. It's definitely a 28. It is. It's a 28.3. That's a really good benchmark for the others to chase. Can Smithy or Chill even getting close to that time? We'll find out. Alistair has invalidated his lap. He's on his outlap, Smithy. So yeah, we'll go on board Pierre, his first lap of the session and probably his only one. But he has got he's got Alistair behind him, so he's got to be careful. And Steve in the background as well on his lap as well. So these three have got to be careful with what they do on their laps, because they're literally right close to each other. Just slipstreaming each other. So Pierre does need to watch his mirrors a little bit. Oh, Alistair goes wide on his lap, so he's going to have to back out. Oh, and Pierre spins it up the hill as well. Oh, and Alistair almost loses the car again. He has invalidated, but he's got to be careful because there's Steve. No. He's invalidated. He's invalidated as well. So, all three of them messed up their own laps. And that's the problem when you're trying to slip cheap. Like, when you're behind cars on a flying lap, that just happens. You just get the tow. Well, the turbulent air, and it just puts your car off pretty much for the whole lap. And it's not nice. So we'll go to Calvin. I think, yeah, Steve is just going around. So yeah, we'll go to Calvin. See what he can do on his flying lap. As Alistair does keep out the way. As we head down to 130 R5. Temps up on his lap, Calvin. So this is going to be an improvement. Does kick up the marbles, but he's trying to get that time pretty much down. So we'll see what he can do on his flying lap. Around the final corner. It's still a 32, but it's a 32.1, so he is improving, but again, it's not enough to challenge the top 7, who are in the mid-130s, as Alistair does go onto another lap. So does Steve, but he kicks up the grass as well. Oh, and he goes wide. Manages to keep the car from binning into the barrier. Smithy's invalidated his lap, so he's going to have to go again, but he's got full ERS as Manzi goes on to his final flying lap as well. Chill goes on to his final flying lap, so we'll go on board with Manzi for now and see what he can do. See if he can get an improvement on his 28.3. I mean, he's on the same tyres, but can he improve? he's got a purple middle sector, but he's a 10th.5 down, so he's lost time in the first sector. But can he gain more time in the last sector just to even improve? No, he can't. He's invalidated. He's cut the corner too much. And he's going to have to pit. So he stays first with a 28.3. So can Smithy or Chill challenge Manzi for the top spot, as Chill is improving. He's a 10th.5 up in the first sector. As Steve has to give way to Armpit, but I think, yeah, Armpit is still going. Calvin is not on a good lap, so he's going to have to stay 8th at the moment. And Armpit's lost too much time. I think he was caught in traffic with Steve. But Pierre, we'll go on board Pierre, see what he can do. We'll see what Chill does first. No, Chill's lost time. I don't think Chill's going to challenge Manzi for the top spot, but we'll go on board with Pierre, see what he can do. Crosses the line, stays 9th with a 34.2. Chill comes across the line. He can't improve on this 3rd place, so it's all down to Smithy. 2 tenths down in the middle sector, but he's gone purple. He just needs to find time in that last sector. Here he comes. He crosses the line. It stays 2nd, so Manzi takes pole position in Japan. As I think Smithy and Chill messed up their laps on during the first sector. They're just and Manzi's just dominated that quali session. He's just 6 tenths clear of his nearest rival. That's an impressive lap from Manzi. What kind of lap time are we looking at? 31.7 first sector, 31.9 first sector for Smithy. Yeah, look at that. He lost 7 tenths in that first sector on his last lap. So if he matched it, he definitely would have got in the 28s, but I don't think Manzi would have been challenged. I think Manzi would have still got pole position. 39.8, 39.8, 16.7. So yeah, Manzi takes pole position in Japan with Smithy and Chill in 2nd and 3rd. As we head to the race. Pretty interesting, to be fair. Lurch is at the back, so we expect him to probably make some ground. But I say still way early days in the title race, anyways. But yeah, Chill in 3rd, Steve in 4th, DC in an impressive 5th. Very good lap from him. Armpit in 6th, lacking a little bit of quality pace there. Alistair in 7th. And then Calvin 8th. Pierre 9th, and Lurch obviously retiring after his crash up the hill in sector 1. So as we have a 5-minute break, so it should start at about 22 minutes to 9. Yeah. Yeah, 22 minutes to 9. It would be. So at 20:38, which should be go time. Now, from my perspective, strategy-wise, I'll say this. You can do mediums to softs, but you have to have good tyre wear on your first stint. Because I learned that straight off the bat. I think when it hit lap 10 for the safety car, my tyres were on 40%, 40-50%, and that was on the mediums. So yes, it is doable, but your tyres are literally just going to be dead. And obviously I had to pit for hards, and when I did, the tyres were hitting 60% because I was pushing like mad after Danny pretty much slipstreamed me the whole first half of the race. Well, the safety after the safety car restart, anyways. So, I would say medium softs is possible, but it's if you want to do softs to the end, you have to start on hards like Smithy and Chill and Alistair and Lurch at the moment. Now, top three top three wise, I think it will stay as it is. I think Manzi will finish first, Smithy second, and Chill third. It's not me. It's been looking at the quali sessions. Like Manzi is just dominated quali. I don't think anyone's going to catch up to him unless a safety car does appeal his race, anyways. It just depends really what happens if there is a safety car, because there is a good chance of a safety car around here. Because you don't have much track on this circuit anyways. Like, it's very tight, apart from probably the start-finish straight. And you obviously got a lot of grass and gravel and barriers everywhere. So, I mean, that's what makes a circuit, right? But it's like more tighter, the grass and the barriers. Unlike other circuits, it's hard to not bin it here, if I'm being honest. If you spin it out once, you're gone, I think. You're gone. But yeah, we'll see what happens. As strategy wise, we got Manzi on the medium tire, so he's going to start a little. So he's gone for the mid-range tire. Is Smithy, Chill, Steve, and DC are on hards. Armpit in sixth on the mediums. Alistair on the hards. Calvin, Pierre on the softs, which I don't blame them, to be honest. And Lurch, obviously trying to make some ground, is on the hards. So, who knows what could happen in this race? Like I say, it's racing. Like, anything can happen. Oh, Manzi has switched his strategy and he's gone to the hards. Okay. So yeah, I think the top three will be as it is, unless there's a shocker in a spin or something from them. But the top three for me, it's just, I think that's the title race for me. That top three. Obviously Lurch can pull a surprise if he can, but you can't have like quali sessions up starting in 10th. You can't have like moments when you're pitting for no reason, you know what I mean? Sorry, Lurch, not to be rude. But to be a champion anyways in league racing anyways, yeah, just have to show consistency. You can't just have one good race and obviously finishing mid pack. Like, you got to be top three at least every time. And Smithy has changed his strategy to mediums, and yeah, Calvin has changed his strategy to hards. So Pierre's is the only one on softs, with two on the mediums being Smithy and Armpit, and the rest are on the hard tyres. So it is 38, so we should be getting going any second now. I don't know what's happening with my race director, but hopefully that goes away. So what's going on? Oh, this game. We love it. Oh well. It is what it is. But yeah, that's your top 10 for you. So, and obviously if you do finish, well, doesn't matter what happens in this race, because there's only 10 drivers, every single driver, I believe, gets a point, at least. So, we should be starting probably about now. Yep. I can't come off this screen. It's lights out. Are we... Wait. Oh. Formation lap. Okay. Yeah, my thingy has fucked. It's been fucked. Yeah, just... I'm gonna... I can't even leave. Let me try something real quick. Hopefully this works. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I'll just have to bear with. And everyone's on mediums or hard, so Pierre's gone to mediums, Calvin's gone to mediums, and obviously Armpit and Smithy are on mediums as well, so mostly on the hards. Excuse me. Yeah, fifth screen. Fuck. You see, I don't want to leave just because in case I fuck up the lobby. So like I said, we'll wait until the lights go out. If obviously if it doesn't go, I've got a quick. Nah, yeah, we'll just keep it like this for now. We'll just see what happens. There's no why it's done that. Really don't. This game is fucked. But yeah, we got 6 drivers on hards, 4 medium runners. Yeah, like I said, top 3. I think it will finish as it is. I think surprise package will probably be DC, if I'm being honest. I think you can definitely finish 5th or 6th sort of position if he can keep his consistency. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the race. As the drivers do line up to take their grid spot. I'm a little surprised because we've got formation lap on Division 2, but no formation lap in Division 1. I feel like there should be a discussion about that, if I'm being honest. But we'll see. As drivers do prepare. If it's still going to do this, and just trying to see what's going on. They're all lined up. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Why aren't the drivers going? Oh no! I think it might be me. Because I've got this screen for some reason, but we're still in. Have to wait and see what's going on. What? I can't even like oh my god! I bet it is me. Like I literally can't come off the screen because yeah. That's why you never do formation. Well, that's probably why we don't do formation up in Division 1 anyways. Looks like everyone's retiring and probably restarting the lobby once more. So just give me a second, because I can't leave the session for some reason. I'm going to have to restart my game, so just give me a second. Should come back up any second now. Yep, there you go. I do apologise for that. I think it was me, if I'm being honest, because... But if not, it's probably the formation that being absolutely stupid. Hopefully that's not the case. It wasn't me. But we are back. So obviously they're going to have to set up a custom grid. Obviously there was the 10 drivers. Manzi will definitely have the grid sorted. So we'll just give it a 2 or 3 minutes. Hopefully there shouldn't be too long. Oh, Smithy set it up, fair enough. But yeah, I saw Bayern Munich lost again. They lost to Bayer Leverkusen, so Bayer Leverkusen winning the Bundesliga. Most likely now. 5 points clear of the top. Like, fair play to Xabi Alonso. I know this is off topic from F1, but fair play to Xabi Alonso. He's dominated the Bundesliga this season. Well, in the last year, he's just been absolutely amazing for Leverkusen. But disaster for Harry Kane and Eric Dyer and Bayern Munich. Pretty much a disaster for them. But yeah, as we wait, we'll talk about F1 in real life. Like, I'll tell you what, right? Let me go to Formula One themselves, because let's go to here. Obviously, we've seen 7, I think it was 7 cars being released. Actually, let me just look through the thingy. My phone, because I got the Calvin's fault. Of course, it was Calvin's fault. Of course, it was Lurch. Let's go to F1. I'll tell you what, my phone's so shite. But yeah, obviously Haas, it just looks more black. It's just got a bit more black in their car, I know that. Kicksauber, it looks like a green highlighter. That's literally what it looks like, a green highlighting pen. That's literally what it looks like, Kicksauber. But it's something different, I like it. Williams, I think it looks better. Obviously, can it do better or equal or do worse? Language law. Hey, it's not for under 18s, right? It's not for under 18s, mate. Alpine looks the worst. Like, it's just carbon fibre with just a bit of blue and pink in it. It just looks awful, the Alpine. I think the RB looks the nicest out of all of them, if I'm being honest. Carbon 2 rubbish designs. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. I think RB, to be fair, looks the best. Just something different. It just pretty much reminds me of Toro Rosso. That's pretty much what it is. Obviously we've seen McLaren, but we haven't seen the actual car launch. Obviously the livery came out with McLaren. Wonder what Aston... I think Aston Martin would just look the same, if I'm being honest. Ferrari, not sure. Mercedes... It's rumours it could be silver and black. And Rebel is just going to be the same. Rebel is just literally Rebel. It's just literally going to just look the exact same every year. But yeah. As we head to hopefully the race. Now I'm saying off the race director this time. Just gonna let it go. Do its thing. Yeah. Make sure you got your setups. Make sure you got your setups. Don't pick the wrong one as well. Please. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you have to put the same set of tyres on from before. Here we go then. 5 red lights. Lights out, and away we go in Division 2 in Japan. So, Manzi gets a really good start. Smithy just tucks in behind him with Chill just behind as well. There's a Red Bull has gone and spun the car. And he's lost his front wing, it's armpit. Unlucky to him. And I think there's a safety car already. I didn't see. Well, it's yellow flag. Just saying yellow flag. Oh, it's a virtual, okay. It's a virtual safety car. So, no, I don't think anyone's moved up a place apart from Armpit losing out as we go to the position change. Yeah, literally, the top 5 stayed the same. Lurch yourself has gone up 3. Alice has gone up 1. Same with Pierre, and Calvin's lost 1. And Armpit obviously losing it at turn 1. Don't know if he caught up with another car, but obviously I'll have to find out afterwards. Is not the greatest of starts, like just pretty standard. And there you go, there's the strategy as we get racing again. And Smithy's just caught Manzi lacking. Side by side going into 130R. Smithy takes the lead. He's caught Manzi lacking. As no spinner, it's Lurch himself, I think. It is. Oh no. As Lurch loses out, he drops back to the last. But yeah, Smithy takes the lead as Pierre pits. Has he got damage? I'm not sure. But we'll find out. Alistair is trying to look at DC, but can't find a way past him as DC obviously started 5th in the race, has gained 1. But yeah, Smithy caught Manzi lacking on the virtual safety car restart. As we go on to race, as Steve goes very wide. And Pierre has come back out. He's on the hard tyres. And Armpit, with a new wing, is on the hards as well. As we head on back to the top two. Closest battle on track, as the field is already spread out within 2 laps. Obviously, not the greatest feeling for a spectating perspective, but if I'm being honest, it gives me a chance to catch a breath, you know. But oh, Pierre's gone again! Oh, that was very close, Pierre. As he keeps the car going. He's only just come out the pits, bless him. As Smithy does set the fastest lap with a 1:32.1 on the mediums. But yeah. Oh, Steve gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding. So he's having to pit as well. But yeah, the top 3. Oh, Alistair's gone! And there's a safety car as well. Already in 2 laps, well, pretty much 2 racing laps, it has been a virtual safety car and a safety car. Alistair bins it at the S's. Obviously, Armpit's going to have to pass the safety car. So does Steve and Pierre. But safety car does keep out of the way. So yeah, within 3 laps, but 2 racing laps, got a safety car. And a virtual. Very early in the race. So not the greatest of starts, to be honest, but Japan can be tough, if I'm being honest. Even though I do love this track, it's really nice to get good grips with. Speaking out then. But yeah, DC is probably the surprise package so far. Calvin's up there in 5th as well, bless him. Very good start for him. Very good start. Obviously on the faster tyre as well. Smithy has to stay out. Chill pits. Very interesting from Chill. What's he going to do? He's probably going to go on the mediums. Yeah, he does. So he pits for the medium tyres. Comes back out. He's going to try and do a different strategy towards the end compared to Manzi and Smithy. So we'll see what he does. He comes back out in a comfortable 6th place. But he's going to have fresh tyres, and obviously the top 5 will have to be aware. He's only going to be a few car lengths behind. Well, just a few positions behind the top 2 anyways. So if he can get past Lurch, Calvin and DC as quick as possible, he's already back in the race with fresh tyres. So I like it from Chill. It's something different. As he catches up to the top 5. But yeah, so from top 5 onwards, they haven't pitted. But Chill, Armpit, Steve and Pierre have stopped. Excuse me. Steve does have his 5-second penalty to serve, but he's probably going to have to pit again, if I'm being honest. Yeah, he's going to have to pit again, because he is on the mediums. Chill, I'm not sure. I don't think you can take 23 laps on mediums. I don't think that's a chance. But I think he'll probably go softs to the end, most likely. So we'll see what happens with him. So yeah, Smithy does have that fastest lap at the moment. But yeah, biggest gainer is Lurch from starting from the back of the grid. Stayed out of trouble. He did spin it first, but he has kept it and pretty much just got back up into 5th after the pit stops from the people from behind. But the biggest gainer after that is Calvin. I think Steve just gave a place to Armpit there. I think he overtook him under the safety car, which is obviously not right. So fair play to him. But yeah, Calvin, biggest gainer. Up to P4. DC obviously started 5th and he's in 3rd place, bless him. Very good start from him. Obviously those two will be in contenders of Driver of the Day. So is Lurch, to be fair. Chill will definitely be one as well, if he can pull a miracle out of this strategy and win this race. Obviously, if you don't know Driver of the Day, it is going to be called the Horn Dog Award, after obviously the passing of Horn Dog himself. Rest in peace, my friends. So, basically, in short terms, the driver with the most Driver of the Days in each division gets the Horn Dog Award, and it's basically a little trophy to basically honour his memory in our like leagues. So yeah, obviously, hopefully, whoever does win that trophy for Division 2 and Division 1, so there's 2 different drivers to get the Horn Dog Award. Obviously, Smithy has set it up for him. Well, set it up to basically honour him in our respect. Obviously, it is sad to see him go. Obviously, we already spoke about this before. But yeah, it's nice to have something in honour for him, anyways. And I think the safety car, is he going to go in this lap? No. I thought it would be, unless Pierre can... Yeah, safety car's in this lap. Very late call from there. Oh, Steve's gone. Steve's been it. Oh, you can see in the background Steve's car just binned. Don't know what's happened to Steve, but as we get back under racing, Smithy sets off. As we see Lurch already trying to make a move on Calvin. Side by side going into turn 1. Calvin lets him go. And Lurch is already up to P4. As Calvin settles back in 5th, as he's got a fast Chill behind him, and he does let him through, to be fair. So Chill goes up to 5th already, but Manzi not letting go of... as Armpit spins it once again. This time it's at the S's where Alistair binned it, but manages to keep the car going, so he doesn't bring out a virtual or safety car. As Manzi is determined to take his lead back. He's already determined. But they can't battle too much because they have a fast-moving Chill in 5th place. He's trying to make places already. So we'll stick on board with these two for now, as it is the closest battle on track. As Smithy leaves this race on lap 6. Got the start on, obviously, Manzi on that virtual safety car on lap 1. Caught him napping. But yeah, Manzi settling in 2nd, sitting behind him. DC in a surprising 3rd, starting from 5th on the grid. As Chill does want to make a move on Lurch, but can't get close enough to him. But yeah, Lurch starting from the back is in 4th place at the moment with the biggest gainer. Chill is in 5th after a pit stop on this new fresh set of mediums. Calvin is in 6th place. Pierre is in 7th. Armpit is in a lonely 8th place after his latest spin. As we go back to Chill and Lurch at the moment. Chill is so determined to pass Lurch. He really is. He just needs to get this done as soon as possible. But it's so hard to overtake on this track. It really is. As we head up the hill, we'll go on board with Chill. Let's see if anything can happen. It's the yellow flag in sector 1. It is Pierre once again. But manages to keep the car going. We'll stick on board with Chill for now. Is sits behind the Haas. Obviously, doesn't want to sit behind too long. Lurch goes wide a little bit, but it does get away with it. As they both chase down DC for third place. As we head to the final chicane to start the next lap. So go back on the broadcast menu. And the first time DRS has been enabled. So as we go to Lurch, obviously it won't be enabled now because it will be the next lap, because there's only one DRS, and that's obviously before we started that lap. So Chill's going to have to sit out again just to even get DRS. Oh, DC goes wide! Lurch takes advantage. Oh, DC spun it! Oh no, they collided! Oh, that's such a shame for DC, because he's doing so well. Just made that little mistake, and then Lurch pounces, and then he just tries to go around the outside. I don't know, I think that's going to be a racing incident if I'm being honest. I don't know. So unfortunate for DC, because he was having such a good start, bless him. Oh, and he spinned it. Oh no. And there's going to be another, this time it's a virtual safety car. That's very unfortunate for DC. I do feel sorry for him. That is so unlucky. He is going to be a little annoyed with Lurch, but I don't know. I don't know what to say on that one. I think that's going to be a racing incident, personally, but obviously that's literally in real time, so obviously if we watched it again, it'll probably be a different opinion. But a virtual safety car has been called out once again for the second time in this race, as we're only on lap 8 of this race. But Smithy still has the lead in hand over Manzi in second, as Manzi pits. Manzi pits on from the hard tyres, so Smithy stays out on his old mediums that he started on. So what does Manzi do? Does he go on the He does go on the mediums. This is a bold call from Manzi, as he comes back out, and DRS has been enabled once more, and the virtual safety car has ended. So Smithy sets off in first place with a 3-second gap over Lurch, but Chill is right behind him in third. So we'll stay on board with these two, as Manzi comes back out in a 5th place. As Lurch picks up the grass, and he goes wide a little bit as well for good measure. Chill's got a very good exit. He's going to go for it. He does get the move done. So he's into 2nd place. I think Lurch did pretty much gave him the position, but Chill now goes on the charge after Smithy, as obviously Smithy is still yet to pit. So does Lurch. And I'm pretty sure... Oh, who's pitted and not pitted? So yeah, Calvin hasn't stopped either, so it's just Calvin, Lurch and Smithy that haven't stopped yet. As we'll go on board Van Pit, gives him some stream time as well as Pierre. The battle for 6th and 7th. As we'll keep an eye on that gap at the top. But Lurch is sticking with Chill at the moment, and like I said in the Tuesday night interview, it's so hard to break the DRS around here. It really is, especially in Division 1. Like, you just can't get away from a driver that's just literally in your slipstream and in your DRS for the whole race. Until they make a mistake, that's when you can pretty much get away from them. So as we go on board with our pit, he goes past Pierre. Pierre does not fight it too much. So Armpit goes into 6th place. Pierre settles into 7th. As the gap at top and the top between the top two is 3.5 seconds, so that gap is coming down, but not as quick as I thought it would be. So Smithy is doing well on those mediums, to be fair, because those mediums might be dead almost. but he has had 2 virtuals and a safety car, so those mediums might survive a little longer. But as we go to Manzi and Calvin, Manzi gets a really good exit at the 180 left. Is he going to go in for the move? Has it gone board with him? He can't really. He has to come off the accelerator at the moment. But he will get a lovely slipstream up the hill. He doesn't even use the ERS, so he's going to use it without the use of it. But Calvin stays ahead at the moment. And Manzi needs to get past Calvin as soon as possible. But he will have the DRS. So he will stick behind him. So it might be a smart decision just to stick behind him. He gets a really good exit. And he has to go, oh, that's a... Yeah, that's really good from Manzi. Goes round the outside. On the DRS, on the overtake. Calvin's not giving this up, you know. He's got really good slipstream. Well, straight on speed. But it's not enough to keep Manzi behind him as he had that DRS and the ERS together. So he moves up to 4th place. He's got a 13.5, pretty much a 13.5 second gap to gain on the top 3. But Lurch is yet to pit. Smithy's yet to pit, and Chill is most likely yet to pit again as well. So we'll see what happens. As the gap between the top 2 is 2.5 seconds now, so those mediums will start to die now on Smithy. As we head on, so we'll give some stream time to Smithy. Obviously, took that advantage away from Manzi on that virtual safety car restart. Lovely camera angle from 130R. And yeah, he's pretty much just stayed out and hoped for the best. And so far, it is working out for him. As we head to lap 12 of the race. But he has got a fast Chill behind him on the new fresh set of mediums. 2.4 seconds separate the two. As Lurch, obviously, who hasn't pitted yet, is a further 3 seconds behind. And Manzi is quickly gaining on Lurch already, as he does set the fastest lap with a 1:32.0. So is this going to be the indicator to Smithy to say, you need to pit now? And hopefully not lose too much time, because otherwise you're going to be like a few seconds behind Manzi. Or does he just stay out and just go for a 1-stop? We'll see what happens. We'll do. Whew, catch my breath now. Tell you what, it is hard to stream by yourself, but I'm very young, so well, I'm not very young, but like I am young just to keep it in me to say that I can stream by on my own. But if it's like a 14 like lobby, it might be more tough for me. I can't lie, but I am trying my best for you lot. So yeah, if he stays out once more, there's Chill still chases him down. Another 3 attempts taken off Smithy's time, so it's 2.1 seconds now, the gap between the two. But Manzi is taking about 2 seconds on that last lap alone off Lurch. So this could be a really good race for Manzi, as Calvin pits for the first time, I believe, as he goes on to a set of hard. So he is going to go to the end on those, but he will come out in a lonely 7th at the moment. But obviously not everyone has pitted, including Smithy and Lurch. Chill is most likely to stop again, and possibly Manzi as well. So we'll see what happens. So we head onto the straight with Smithy. As I said, we'll give a bit of stream time to the top 2. as the field is spread out a lot. I love that camera angle up for 130R, that's brilliant. Excuse me. And yeah, Manzi's took another 2 seconds out of Lurch. Smithy does stay out for another lap. But Smithy is increasing the gap now. It's back to 2.5 seconds now. So is Chill starting to lose a lot of wear on those mediums that he's pitted on? Very interesting. Or is he just going to back off a little bit and obviously save the energy for the last stop that he can make? Well, who knows? As we are halfway distance now. With only 7 drivers remaining, if you just joined us. We've had 2 virtual safety cars, one being at the very start. Safety car after 2 laps after the first virtual. And then another 2 laps after was another virtual. So, you haven't missed too much. But, as we do head into half distance, Smithy is in the lead of this race. Who hasn't stopped yet on those mediums. Did take advantage on that restart against Manzi on that first virtual. Chill's in second after his first pit stop, trying something different on the mediums, and did start on the hards, I believe. Lurch is in third from starting from the back of the grid, but I believe he hasn't. But yeah, he hasn't stopped yet, so we'll see what he does as he goes round. Manzi in 4th place, who has stopped, but is most likely to stop again. Has got the gap now down to 5.5 seconds behind Lurch. Armpit in a lonely 5th place. Pierre is in 6th place in a lonely 6th, and so is Calvin in a lonely 7th, who's just stopped for hards to go to the end of the race on. And now that gap is back down. Now it's below 2 seconds, so now is Smithy starting to feel the wear on those tyres. 1.8 seconds between the top 2. Is Chill trying to make some ground. Obviously the championship leader at the moment. But Smithy doesn't let Chill get away with it. It's not giving it an easy fight, which I'm not surprised about. But this is probably the lap that you should pit on for softs. And Smithy has used that ERS a lot, as Chill's got loads left still. But Smithy stays out for another lap. So, as he does continue. Still 2 seconds separate the top 2. With Manzi now 4.3 seconds behind Lurch, chasing down for 3rd. And like I say, everyone will get points, no matter what. Now, let's try and get Driver of the Day, obviously, get some nominees going. Obviously, now, it's tough at the moment because, obviously, we're still waiting on Smithy and Lurch to stop. But Lurch has obviously done a good comeback so far. Started last, obviously retiring at the quali session, but he is in contention of Driver of the Day. Pierre's gained 3, but to be honest, it's been pretty lonely for him, so you can't. But he has done well to obviously survive, and obviously kept at bay. It's getting some points finish. And I would say obviously Chill, I would say the top 4 basically are in contention of Driver of the Day at the moment. But obviously anything can happen at this point. As we still wait for Smithy to make his pit stop, as he goes for another lap. So he's done 17 laps on those mediums. But the gap is staying around 1.8 seconds as Lurch does pit for his for the first time. So Manzi will take third as he chases after the top two. So is Lurch going to go on mediums or the softs? It's the soft tyres, I believe. Yes, it is. It's the softs. So he's doing 10 laps on those. Definitely doable, but again, like I said before, the softs will die at the very end, so... And he comes back out in a lonely fourth. He's got 18 seconds to make up. But Manzi might have to pit again, and so does Chill, maybe. And obviously Smithy is still yet to pit. 16 laps on those mediums, fair play. Obviously, 2 virtuals and the safety car has helped him, but it's still good, from my perspective anyways. So fair play to Smithy. But 1.5 seconds separate the top 2 now. The gap is under 1.5 seconds now for the first time between the two. So Chill is making that ground still, but comparing to ERS, Smithy has been trying to push those mediums a lot. But in comparison to Chill, he's got still half of his ERS to go, and we've still got 10 laps of this race to go as Smithy tries to save his ERS, and he does pit. Smithy pits. So Chill takes the lead of the race as he tries to push on. So Manzi will come out in second, I believe, as well. But Smithy pits, goes on to the soft tyres. I'm not surprised about that. So Manzi takes second. My next question is, can Manzi get those mediums to the end? Can Chill get those mediums to the end? Who knows? We've got 9 laps of this race. Got 9 laps of this race left to go. So Smithy's got 11 seconds to make up, but it is doable for sure. And obviously, if those top 2 have to stop again, he will be back in the lead of the race. So what would you do if you was Chill? Would you stop? Would you stay out? Because if I'm being honest, you're not getting those mediums to the end. So you either extend a little bit more to get a little bit of fresh air, or you stop now and obviously chase after Chill and chase after Smithy and not lose too much time. And that's the same with Manzi as well. Does he stop again? Because obviously he's got Lurch having to push on, so we will find out. We'll go on board with Chill, see if he can make a stop. Or if he will make a stop. He does. I had to sneeze there first, but yeah. Chill does pit. So he reacts to that Smithy stop. And so does Manzi. So they both go in the same time. And I imagine there will be for soft tyres. Yep. Chill has gone on the softs, and so does Manzi. So does Smithy take the lead of the race? He does. Just. Lurch sets the fastest lap. But where does he come out? He comes out in between Manzi and Chill. So he's got a bigger gap before as well, in front of Manzi. So Manzi's going to have to make some ground as well. So yeah, that's your top 4 at the moment. It's literally the top 4 basically for the race win. So we'll see what happens. As Lurch tries to make some ground. Well, make some more ground, I should say. Obviously starting last in this race. Let's say he's kept out of trouble. He did have that first spin, but he has recovered from it and is now into the podium places. And like I say, top 4 is in contention of driver of the day. So yeah, we'll see what happens. in the next 8 laps, as Smithy goes on to start lap 20. I say top 2 separate by 3.5 seconds. Lurch sets another fastest lap on the softs with 1:31.6. And Manzi, a further 7.5 seconds back from starting pole position, is now in 4th place. Now Manzi's starting to make some ground as well. Oh, Lurch goes very wide. Very wide again as well. Definitely got away with it as well. That'll definitely give Manzi a chance to gain. He's gained 7 tenths on that last sector alone. Well, in those last 2 corners. As we head on. Chill is gaining on Smithy. 2.8 seconds now separates the top 2. So Smithy sets the fastest lap with a 1:31.3, but does Chill go quicker? He does. Massive difference. 1:30.6. 7 tenths. But can Manzi go even quicker than that? He does. 1:30.6 as well. Matches Chill. So, game on between the top 4. Literally is game on. But the question is, can Chill keep that consistency? He'll obviously chase down Smithy. That is the question. And also, no penalties so far. Very, very impressive. Obviously, I think it was Steve that had a 5-second stop go for the speeding in the pits. But apart from that, no penalties. No penalties at all. I don't know why I heard my own voice there. But, yeah. Game on as we head on to 21. I say it's hard to watch. Well, hard to see who we watch first because obviously the gap is literally just 2.8 seconds, being the nearest to each other. So, oh, yellow flags in sector 1. It's Calvin spun it up the hill, but does keep the car going, so it doesn't cause virtual or safety car. So obviously it will be good news for Smithy to see that. As we head on. But like I say, who's gonna stay in the lead? Is it going to be Smithy? Is Chill going to overtake him? Or is Manzi going to come back from obviously having a poor start to getting him back on the top 3? His armpit pits once more as he goes on to the soft, so he's probably going to go for the fastest lap. But does he come out in front of Pierre? Most likely, but it's going to be close for sure. But Pierre does pit for another time, so he's going to probably go on the softs as well. Yeah, the gap between the top 2 seconds. Chill is making ground. Now, I think my driver of the day is going to be between 3. Well, I don't know. Yeah, between 3. I think it's going to be between Lurch, Chill, and Manzi. I think if Smithy wins this race, it will be Lurch. Because he started from the back. He's obviously had that spin at the first lap. And is obviously sticking in front of Manzi, who started on pole by 6 tenths. and obviously that will be impressive for Lurch. So I think he's definitely up there. Manzi, if he can come back from 4th now, and obviously somehow, well, I think any of the top 4 can win the driver of the day, to be honest, right? It just depends on the outcome. I think the most unlikely to get it is Smithy, because he did start 2nd, but he did get a good start from Manzi, and has pretty much dominated this race ever since that restart. So he's led every single lap apart from other people pitting who's been in front of him, I think. But yeah, Smithy has dominated this race. I think if Chill can win this race, I think he deserves driver of the day, because obviously he's done a 2-stop race, done something different compared to the top 4. And he is gaining on Smithy, but it's staying at 1.8 seconds. Obviously, Manzi is trying to make up ground, but I think it's going to be too little, too late, because you still got to gain another 6 seconds after catching up to Lurch. So I think if Lurch finishes 3rd and the top 2 stay as it is, I think Lurch will get driver of the day. But if Chill gets in front of Smithy, then I think it's literally between Chill and Lurch at this point. Now, obviously, I don't want to always say, oh, don't give driver of the day to, you know, like, some favoritism or whatever. Like, I'm not going to give driver of the day just because someone won the race. But don't get me wrong, Smithy has dominated this race. He's done so well. Obviously, after that restart. So, like I say, he's definitely a nominee. Pierre does set the fastest lap with a 1:30.4, so he gets the point so far. But yeah, I feel like obviously everyone deserves a shout out to whoever gets driver of the day, anyways. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't really get driver of the day much because I dominate races, but they do you get shouts out for it, for dominating a race. And that goes to Smithy as well. Like, he's dominated this race ever since that virtual safety car restart that one. So I think for this one, I think it's between Lurch and Chill, depending on the outcome. I think if Lurch finishes 3rd, I think he gets it. But if Chill gets 1st, I think he'll get it. But like I say, we'll find out in the next 3 laps. Lap 25. Top 4 stay the same as it is, but Manzi is catching Lurch, Chill is catching Smithy. Gap is 1.5 seconds, but can Chill gradually gain onto Smithy's DRS? We'll find out. We will find out. But Manzi is catching Lurch. I think if DC was still in this race, I think it would have been him that got driver of the day, because he was having a nice race until that incident with Lurch. But we will find out what happens. But yeah, lap 26 out of 27. Gap is 1.4 seconds separating the top 2. Manzi's closing in on Lurch. 1.1 seconds. So we'll stay on board with these 2. And obviously it is difficult to just choose who driver of the day is on your own, because you don't have a second opinion. But Manzi is really closing in now on Lurch. He's in his DRS, but it doesn't get DRS until basically the straight. So he's only got one opportunity or two. Smithy is still in front, still in the lead of the race. Can Lurch hold on to third, or can Manzi spoil his party? Pierre pits one more time. So the gap at top is still 1.5 seconds. Smithy is holding on to his lead at the moment. As we go towards 130R, Smithy starts his final lap of the race. 1.4 seconds separate the top two as we go on board to Manzi and Lurch. As Manzi's probably got one shot at this. Can he make it count? As we go to turn one. Can he go around the outside? No, he can't. He's not close enough. I think Lurch had enough ERS just to stick ahead of him, but Manzi will stick behind him for the time being. As Chill is gaining on Smithy. 1.2 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that top two. As Manzi tries to find his way back up the podium spot. Up to the podium spots after starting from pole. He's not had the greatest of races, but he's still got a few more opportunities before the end of the race. And here is one of them. Lurch defends the car very well, but he goes wide. Manzi gets a really good exit. And Chill is already on the back, and Smithy will watch him too in a minute. Manzi is so close to Lurch. He really is. Oh, he gets a little swerve as we go back to the top two. Smithy has dominated this race, but has he kept Chill at bay? I think he has. As we go round the final corner, Smithy comes round to finish and win the Japanese Grand Prix. Chill finishes under 5 tenths behind him. As we go back to Manzi and Lurch. Lurch finishes on the podium with Manzi on pole and finishes 4th. So I think driver of the day definitely goes to Lurch. He definitely deserves it in my opinion. Chill was so close to winning the race, but driver of the day will go to Lurch himself. So if you are watching Lurch, you got driver of the day, my friend. As we wait for Armpit to finish in a lonely 5th place. Pierre did manage to finish in 6th on the lap down, and so did Calvin, finishing in 7th place. But yeah, well done to Smithy, Chill and Lurch on the top 3, as Armpit comes to cross the line in 5th place, and a lonely 5th place. As yeah, I'm running out of breath, so I'm going to take a breather. If I had another commentator with me, I would definitely do interviews, but I'm running out of breath. So I do apologise. It's hard to keep talking for an hour plus. But yeah, congratulations to Smithy. Obviously got that restart perfect onto Manzi, taking the lead, and he has dominated the race, finishing ahead of Chill by 5 tenths. I think Chill needed a lap or two more to even get in front of him, but the two-stop did not work for him to finish on the top spot, but did manage to beat Manzi and Lurch to 2nd place. Lurch does finish in 3rd after starting from the back and having his early spin. Does get driver of the day as well, and finishing ahead of Manzi, who was on pole, but finishes in 4th. Armpit in 5th, a lonely 5th. Finishes in 5th. Pierre in 6th, does get fastest lap after starting 9th. 7th is Calvin, and I believe DC, Steve and Alistair does get points for competing, because there wasn't more than 14 drivers at least. But yeah, congratulations to the top 3, congratulations to Lurch on his driver of the day, so make sure you put that down, Smithy, in the Horn Dog Awards for us. Thank you very much. We do head on to Tuesday night for Division 1 as we go and head to the Chinese Grand Prix. It's going to be a wild ride going back there for the first time in many seasons and years. So we'll be looking forward to that. Obviously, it will be my birthday on that Tuesday night. So obviously, if you do compete in this league, obviously send me a message on happy birthday if you can. If not, it's fine because I know you will wish me happy birthday anyways. But yeah, turn 20 on Tuesday night. And obviously next week for Saturday will be the Chinese Grand Prix for Division 2 as well. As we will call it there for tonight. So yeah, it's been Damien for GRL and RTB for Season 7. Congratulations on the top 3. And we'll see you on Tuesday night for my 20th birthday and the Chinese Grand Prix in Division 1. Catch you later then. We'll see you then.